Hello, ladies, gentlemen, contestants.
Hello, Denny Carter here with Broathalon analysis.
Hey, it's Friedman. I'm here to talk about the Broathalon.
What's up, guys? David Kitchen here. I'm going to give you the predictions that I have for the Broathalon going down there in Philly between Mans, Bells, and Levitans.
We recording this thing? How's my lettuce? Is it crisp? All right. Hey, this is Rummy Manzanelli, recording this for my cousin Pete Manzanelli, who's about to embark on the very first Broathalon with Jonathan Bales and Adam Levitans.
It was quite the honor when Mans asked me to give a quick prediction on the vaunted Broathalon as an industry insider. Not really sure about that, but one thing I do know a little something about is drinking and puking.
I have some thoughts on how this is going to break down. First of all, I think that Bills is very confident that he's going to win. So his confidence might impact the way that I'm viewing all of this.
Jonathan Bales, a very big guy, all muscled up, looks a little bit like John Cena, plays DFS all day, eats Grubhub like 50 times a day.
Bales is a high volume eater. Christ, he's playing for even more food.
I mean, he's all beach muscles, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he really hasn't been training for this.
Because it is an Olympic-style event where there's first, second, and third, and the degrees of domination don't matter, I think Bales is really going to leverage that, where he's going to try to win events just barely and save strength for future events, or he would just be willing outright to concede an event and maybe try to go for second, barely beating the third place person.
Here's my predictions. First, the beer mile. I think this is going to go easily to Manzanelli. I've heard he's been practicing, and who is going to be the best at performing at a high level while under the influence? I think that's Mans. I think we all know that's clear.
Apparently Mans pounds Bud Heavies on a treadmill.
My cousin, Pete Manzanelli, I mean, basically from birth, okay? He was drinking beer from a sippy cup, okay? He does this all day long.
Beer mile. Pete, I think, is pretty confident. I mean, the Mans is always confident, so what else is new? But, I think that it would be something of a Pyrrhic victory if Pete won that, because I think he would probably be too tired to do well in the other events.
I feel unqualified to offer my takes, offer my analysis on the beer mile, for instance, mostly because, look, you drink one beer every quarter mile, but because of the rules on alcohol content of said beers, Miller Lite is apparently out of the equation. So, therefore, I am out of the equation. Good luck with that, though.
And unfortunately, you crazy bastards are probably going to boot. Pounding 4 beers and running a mile and doing 3 shots and spinning around in circles on a bat is, it's not really a matter of if. But, so I want to propose a prop bet. Not if you puke, but who will be the first.
Pretty certain that Levitan is going to be the first person to puke in this. I'm not going to bet a lot of money on that, but I'd be interested in seeing what other people think about that.
For my money, it's stone lock that it's going to be Levitan to throw up first. No offense, Adam, love you, really. It's a size thing.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, you got Adam Levitans, very, very skinny, kind of a nerdy guy, very lanky, always cuddling with his dog all the time, always bragging about skin to fur. I mean, is this guy drinking all day? No.
So my best advice to you, Adam, would be to swerve into it, embrace it. It's kind of a mentality. You can even fix the bet if you would partake, and pull the trigger. Just keep in mind, it's better when it comes up cold.
The next one, the shot put. I think Mans and Levitans are great. They're great guys. But listen, they look like special teamers. They look like punters and kickers. And we've seen how well they can throw a pass. I think it's going to be the guy who looks like a running back, a nice running back, in Bales. I think he throws the ball the farthest and wins this.
Shot put, Bales isn't going to need 3 attempts. That's going to be the key to this. Bales needs only 1 attempt. He's going to take only 1 shot.
The next is a dizzy field goal.
What I really want to get down to today is the analysis of the dizzy field goal. I feel like I am the one to really offer hard hitting analysis here. What many of you probably don't know, and what I figured out through regression analysis last year, was that Roberto Aguayo, the Tampa Bay Bucks kicker, was actually doing this for the first 7 weeks of the 2016 season. He was doing the dizzy field goal where he was spinning on a bat for 30 seconds before every field goal attempt. The keys, if you look at the width and the length of each bro athlete's foot, you'll get an idea of who has the best shot at nailing these kicks whilst being dizzy.
And how can you prevent from being sick and still perform at a high level? I think it's going to be the germaphobe. I think it's going to be Mr. Levitan's coming in, and he's going to be sick, but sick in a good way. Sicker than basically someone licking the side of a urinal in a public restroom at an airport. That's how sick he's going to be.
There's something sloshing around in your ear that throws off. Look, I'm not a scientist. I just know about kickers. Okay, that's what I was brought up to do. Let's talk about kickers. If Mans has the largest foot, and you know what they say about field goal kickers with large feet, they're successful. I think that person will be at a distinct advantage.
Which leads us to the final event, the tiebreaker, the drunk one-on-ones. Who's going to want it the most at this point?
Bales is going to dominate this event. Let's just call it the way it is. He's going to eat through that $100 Grubhub gift card in like a matter of minutes. So I'm calling this one for Bales. I think second is going to be very close between Levitan's and Mans. I'm going to go with Mans primarily because I think he has higher alcohol tolerance. Levitan's, I think, is going to puke multiple times in this event.
I think it's going to be the guy who has some pride to play for. I think it's going to be the guy who's tired of people writing their books and sending out their tweets to all their followers. I think it's going to be the guy who's representing the common folk, us regular fantasy folk. And that, my friends, is Pete Manzanelli. He's going to want it the most, and we're counting on him.
He's ready, and nobody else is going to challenge him for this title. So I got my money on the Mans, Pete Manzanelli.
No matter who wins, who pukes, have fun. Godspeed. Good luck. Cheers.
So good luck, bro athletes. Broathletes. Yeah.
Team Mans! Let's do this.
Also, I should say that if Bales loses, I'm retiring from Fantasy Labs because I don't ever want to work for Manzanelli. Ever.